What is up, y'all? Alright, I had a phone call. I started this once and had a phone call and had to take it, so. Anyhow, I only got 23 minutes of space. I don't know how. I keep, like a few weeks ago, I had an hour and 15. Now I got 23 minutes. I'm going to try to make this as quick as I can. But I've been stewing on this for a while now, and especially since last night. So, I think I may have mentioned it here before, but I'm not sure. But my partner at work and I were talking about how if you spend $100,000 a day, it would take like 2,700 something years to spend $1 billion. And I was thinking about this. Now, $1 trillion, if you spent $1 million a day, it would take 2,700 something years to spend $1 trillion. $1 million a fucking day. And I don't know, I was listening to this thing from this documentary called The United States of Secrets from PBS, and after watching most of this, I'm like, now I see why they fucking stopped funding PBS. That was a pretty good documentary, but on it they're talking about Edward Snowden and the stuff that he had told about the NSA, which is literally the same shit that I have been saying since fucking Nextels were being bought. All my friends started having Nextels and shit, and I was like, dude, you know they're fucking saving this shit. Everything our phones are hearing, because back then they didn't have cameras yet, but everything they're hearing and everywhere you go, there was nothing else you could do on your phone. You couldn't even text yet. I'm like, you know this shit's being tracked. And, you know, no way I wanted to listen. And then when we got the smartphones especially, I'm like, dude, you know that the fucking corporations, the government are fucking tracking everything and anything our phones are doing at all times. And that's what he came out and said. Yeah, Americans. He said by default, it just takes everybody's data, filters it. Now, this is filters it and analyzes it, and then stores it. And this is all by default. So everything is saved. And when you think about it, filtering it and analyzing it, what the fuck is it filtering? What is it filtering? And what's it filtering for? Like, what kind of keywords are they looking for here? What exactly could put you in one list as opposed to another list? Because, I mean, there's got to be some kind of an AI software running this shit, because people couldn't go through all this fucking information. It's not possible. Coming. So, yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy because I've literally been talking about that for almost 20 years since iPhone came out. It's been 18 years now since that shit came out. And it was such a hit, of course, which was by design, that we all have smartphones now. And hearing these motherfuckers, hearing like Trump and Obama both saying that Edward Snowden is a traitor and a coward and he deserves a death sentence. I'm like, dude, are you fucking kidding me? If that ain't the most hypocritical shit I ever fucking heard, I don't know what is. You got presidents waging war for profit and making substantial amounts of money off of it. And, you know, of killing and killing people, making people suffer all over the world, and a lot of times just steal their fucking resources. And I mean, literally, I think some of the biggest traitors the United States has ever had has been pretty much every president that we've had, all the way back, shit, to at least LBJ. If not, Kennedy might have been one of them too. I was hearing something about mafia. I don't know if this is true. I don't know, but hearing how, I mean, I always assumed that old man Kennedy got jacked the fucking presidency because of his mob ties and his, you know, money from illegal bootlegging, because that's how they made the fortune. And I always figured that, you know, between him and the mafia, they're the ones that got him in. And then they, you know, I guess his thing was supposed to be that he wasn't going to go after organized crime, and that his brother Bobby wanted to go after the mafia and was like really stirring up shit, like causing lots of arrests and prosecutions and shit. And the mafia folk didn't like that, so they killed both of them, supposedly is what they said. I don't know. I think it's more like the Bilderbergs, but at the same time, I'm willing to bet, dude, that you see in movies like The Godfather, how they talk about going legit. Well, I'm willing to bet that by the time that the Bilderbergs came around, that, you know, the mafia is probably, I'm sure, is still running illegal shit. I'm sure of that. But, I think a lot of them did go legit, and once they tied up with the Bilderbergs, they don't have to worry about prosecution from, what's it called? From, you know, they don't worry about prosecution because they're buddies with all these bigwigs. And so, yeah, sorry, I was gonna smoke a square with the window down. It makes it too loud. All right, we got almost 6 minutes in now. So, anyhow, but I'd be willing to bet some of the early Bilderbergs and even current Bilderbergs are mafia leaders because they had a lot of money and a lot of fucking power, and they started growing fortunes that, you know, maybe not didn't rival some of the richest folk in the world, but we're getting quite up there. Now, what? Anyways, I don't know, these fucking presidents, though, man, that shit pisses me off, these cocksuckers, because somebody finally had the balls to put their own life at risk to inform the public of what the government's been fucking doing to him. And he's stuck in Russia because his passport was fucking revoked by the U.S. government, of course. And he even went to Hong Kong to fucking break the news to the whoever reporters he had because, you know, he knew it was in the Kowloon walled city. That's where I'm guessing they said Kowloon, and that should be, but maybe Kowloon's the whole wider city too. I could be wrong about that. But it just made me think of that. I was like, damn, he really went fucking deep to hide out. But it's like, dude, this is fucking crazy. And they literally, he can't even come back to America because they want to fucking prosecute him and probably give him the death sentence. It's like, dude, every fucking president, at least through fucking Reagan, and throw Nixon in just for fucking shits and giggles. All them motherfuckers should be hung. Every last fucking one of them, dude. And if they have any sons too, hang them too, because they're gonna turn out to be just fucking like them. It's fucking crazy. It's crazy. I mean, look what Biden's son's all into fucking making tons of money off. I heard he's hooked up with some company that provides meals to the military, and they drastically overcharge, and then they're fucking paying for it, and then just taking all that extra right off the fucking top and getting away with it. And all this shit comes out, even with all this stuff with Snowden, telling people you are being fucking recorded, whether you know it or not, whether you like it or not, whether you care or not. You're being recorded. Everything you're doing is being tracked. Not just for advertising purposes. Yeah, that too, because there's a lot of money to be made there, I guess, as well. But that's not the only reason they're tracking people. Not to give you better suggestions for shit to buy in your when you're reading an article or something. And it's like, you know, nothing's changed. Did they fucking kick Obama out of the office over the what was it, when he came out and they're talking about it? Obama just straight up came out and was like, no, we're not recording Americans or people living in America. It's not happening. Sure, buddy, sure. So he just straight up lied to the public. The same guy that says, well, y'all know I hate war, and then gives the first $1 trillion budget to the military in the history of the U.S. And also, this guy who used to work with him was saying, the guy was saying on the same documentary, that he was telling him, you know, if you become president, that you're gonna have to essentially kill people. You know, not himself personally, because the cowards never fucking do it themselves. They always send someone else to do their killing. But you're going to have to kill people, and you're going to have to, you know, be okay with that. And he said Obama's answer was, I know, and I could do that with a straight face. Like, yeah, all of them are like that. Trump, too. You think Trump... Jeez, car. I almost like rear-ended us to sit at a red light for 10 minutes. But, I don't know, it's just crazy, man. And all this shit comes out, and nothing's ever done about any of it, dude. Life is going on just the same way as it always was. I guess the bill, there was something, I guess, going on with the legality of the Patriot Act shit that they were doing, all the fucking spying. Because, as like I said, ever since the fucking Patriot Act came out, that's their fucking free ticket to just monitor everybody's cell phones. At the time, again, I didn't know that smartphones were coming. The Bilderbergs knew, because Steve Jobs is a Bilderberg himself. They knew what the fuck was coming. They were working on it intentionally. That's why, you know, I'm sure that's one of the many reasons. I'm convinced they fucking orchestrated September 11th, dude. I'm just convinced. Maybe I'm wrong about it, but at the fucking very least, they damn well knew that shit was coming and just about when it was going to happen, and they fucking did nothing. Nothing. Didn't even fucking communicate between CIA and FBI. And I guess if you did, though, then you have to explain And then you have to explain why, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Oh yeah, they have to, explain phone call records and so forth while you guys are talking about it. So, but anyways, at the very least they knew, and one reason was because of the fucking Patriot Act. They knew they wanted that shit passed because they knew the technology was coming, and they knew it'd be a lot easier to get away with passing that shit when we only had Nextels. I don't even know still if we were able. I think when they passed the Patriot Act, I still don't think texting wasn't an option because that was in end of 2001. I didn't even get my first phone until like almost New Year's of 02 going into 03. And for like a year or two, texting was on there, but you couldn't do anything with it yet. Like it wasn't set up. It was set up and ready on the phone, like for when the shit was ready, and dude, like they're recording shit, and then the smartphones come out, dude, and God, it's crazy, and nothing changes. Nothing fucking changes. People are like, oh my God, that's terrible. Well, I got nothing to hide. It doesn't matter. You have nothing to fucking hide. It's like, would you want one of these Bilderbergs sending their cronies to just stand in your house and follow you around and stare over your shoulder into your phone when you're using it? Because if not, that's what the fuck they're doing. They just don't have to send people out to fucking do it. And pretty soon they're going to have some really, some quantum fucking AI going through and just making lists of people that one list will be like a check mark, and the other one will be like a circle with a line through it, That's what they do. They kill people. And I don't know, man. It's just fucking crazy. And nothing fucking changes. Nothing changes. All of us keep going about our lives just like we always have. But what kills me is, I don't know. It just kills me, man. All this shit pisses me off. This fucking spying on us shit. And giving us this technology just for the intention of spying on us. Because that's the real reason they gave it to us. They don't give a fuck if we can make sure you can reach your children. Make sure they're safe. They don't give a fuck about you or your fucking children, dude. They don't care. You can fucking die. They don't give a shit. They probably hope you fucking die. They probably hope you and your kids die. That's how these fucking scummy bastards are. They didn't give us phones so that we can stay in touch and blah, blah, blah. No, they gave them to sell us shit, make money off of us, and to track everything we're doing. And then they came to realize over time how fucking valuable all this fucking data is that they're collecting on everyone. Well, good Lord, car. Just park in the middle of the fucking road and open both your doors. It's fucked up, and they're getting these tracking devices in people's hands in earlier ages. I mean, there's people out there right now that almost their entire life has been tracked by their tracking device. And even before that, family tablets, family members' phones, they're already recording everything. They hear it all. They got it all. They can see it all. They got everything, dude. Every night when it gets just right after the sun goes down and it just first gets completely dark outside, like complete nighttime. No hint of light off in the distance. Even then, you might be able to see it. And like just before the first rays of light in the morning, if you look up and just stare there for a little bit, you'll see what look like little dim stars just fucking cruising across the sky. Last night, in less than 5 minutes, I saw 10 of them just above our place. The other night at my mom's house, in less than 5 minutes, I counted 10 that night too. And then once the sun gets far enough down, then they're not the earth is blocking the sun's light from shining on them. That's why just before sunrise and just after sunset is the best time to see them, because the light of the sun is shining over the earth, so it's not quite lighting us up yet, but it's hitting the satellites up in space, and you can see them. Sometimes they're a little bit brighter than a dim star. Like sometimes they're really faint. You barely notice them. You really gotta look. But other ones are brighter and are more easily able to be spotted. But 14 minutes. Fuck, I'm running out of time here, man. I need more time than this. But anyways, so what about this? I was thinking, if they would just give every single person in America, just say everyone's got a social security number, so you know who to give the fucking money to. If the Bilderbergs gave every fucking person, regardless of your age, gave everybody in America $1 million tax-free, it literally would be less than a drop in the bucket. It would be like one atom out of the fucking water drop itself, if even that. Might be one proton out of the motherfucker. It's like they wouldn't even know it. You're talking like 330 to 350 million bucks. That's it. And literally, that's well less than $500 million. And most people be just fucking breaking their necks trying to give that shit back as fast as they can, trying to buy up as much shit as they can. Most people would turn as much of that right back over as they could for products in exchange. And within a year or less, we'll be fucking broke again. So you want to stimulate the economy, that's a good way of doing it. Now, as far as kids, you put it in a fucking trust, and even if it don't, appreciate over time, just $1 million cash sitting there tax-free. When they turn, I don't know if 21's a good age to give somebody $1 million, but 25 maybe, all right, then it's all theirs. So that way their parents can't fucking steal their money. And like, dude, it would help people in just an insane amount. And people talk about, well, if you do that, then money's gonna drastically decrease in value. That's not what fucking decreases the value. If you have $1 or you have a fucking $1 million or $1 billion or $1 trillion, $1 is still worth one fucking dollar. Now, the more dollars you have, the less you might care about any one individual dollar. But the fucking the value is still the fucking same. The value is still the fucking same. It's a dollar. I'm convinced that more money being printed, I really don't think that's what devalues our money. What devalues our money are greedy fucking corporations that are trying so hard to keep that bottom line going up every year that they're just fucking us more and more every fucking day, as much as they can. Keep driving prices up. When I first started driving, on fumes now, with a 20-gallon plus tank, on fumes, I could fill the fucking tank up to where it was maxed out and buy a pack of squares with a $20 bill. Now, the fact that to buy the same thing now is like, with a 13-gallon tank is about $40, and a pack of cigarettes is almost $15 fucking dollars. That's what the fuck devalues our money. What I used to be able to buy for 20 now costs me 40 fucking 5 for the exact same fucking thing I used to have. That is what depreciates our fucking money, man. Now, also the fact that there's nothing fucking backing it, which is insane. But, I guess if you want to steal the fucking U.S. gold reserve, you gotta make it, not tie it to money so people can't come demand gold for their cash. And that way they could probably manipulate markets better that way too, without it having that kind of value, because they can appreciate or depreciate the value of our money probably at any given time. I'm willing to bet that the fucking Great Depression was not oh no, it was a bubble, or it was an oversight, or, that something that I'm willing to fucking bet that the rich pre-Bilderbergs of the time probably got together, and a few of them say, they got to say, what? We got all these fucking stocks worth tons of money. If we just all at once, just bam, all of us sell out all of our stocks, it'll crash the fucking market. Yeah, so what if you got people starving to death? That ain't our families. We're good. We're set. So we'll crash the fucking economy, or crash the market, crash the economy. And, say you have 10,000 of each of stock, 10,000 shares of all these different companies, 10,000 a piece of every company you have, okay? Sell those off for a fucking killing. And then you fucking, you sell that shit off for a killing, and then you turn around and you buy like 30,000 shares for a fucking fraction of what you had just paid. I'm sorry. You could probably buy like 30,000, 40,000 shares for fucking practically nothing then, because you just ruined the fucking market. And then once it comes back again, which they knew it would, then all of a sudden, bam, not only did you just make a killing off of selling that shit, but then you bought it way more, and now over time it ends up being worth more than it was to begin with. I'd be willing to bet something like that's far more likely than what caused the Great Depression. So if you see rich people don't give a fuck about causing that, then what would stop them from doing anything else right now? Or any other fucking time? It kills me that people are, geez, dude, this motherfucker's cars, you see the fucking roof. This car is just literally lighting up the inside of our car with their bright ass headlights. Anyways, I'm running out of time here. But, yeah, and then to see people who are so adamant about their billionaire, about their scumbag billionaire, being better than the other scumbag billionaire that's running for president, and people will argue, debate, sit and have these long, drawn-out conversations. People actually sit and do a lot of thinking as to how to, better pitch how their scumbag billionaire is better than whoever else's scumbag billionaire. And it's like, dude, they're all on the same team. Why does anybody even fucking bother? That's why I quit voting. 2004 was the last time I voted. I won't ever fucking do it again. It's a sham, and it's fucking insulting, dude. It's a fucking joke, and it's not a funny one. And personally, I don't like to fucking sit and just go along with this bullshit fucking... What the fuck is going on here? This bullshit fucking pretend fucking show just because, you know, well, our vote, your vote mattered. No, the fuck it don't, dude. Damn it, Bill. Like fucking somebody's just blocking the fucking road here. Good Lord. Come on, semi. Before this fucking dumbass catches up and tries to force his way through here. Come on. Alright, good. Just turn off behind us there. Here we go. So anyhow, I'm just about out of time. I got like 3 minutes left. But anyhow, well, damn car, do you mind if I just move? Give me a second so I don't run this person over. I'm trying to get the fuck out of your way now. Good God. Patient motherfuckers. Anyways. Yeah, but so instead, what do they do? Instead of give everybody $1 million so we can fucking, you know, take care of our own country. It's America. Make America great again. Fuck you, cocksucker, and make America great again. He's fucking making it just as fucking bad as everybody else, if not fucking worse. Motherfucker gives $40 billion to his little fucking troll-looking fucking buddy that's running Argentina that they got in the fucking office. And I'm willing to bet he's got ties to Bilderbergs too. He's the dude that handed the chainsaw to Elon when he did his fucking stupid-ass little presentation of how he's gonna fuck people's lives over. Yeah, that little fucking Weasley fuck in the background, that's the dude they put in charge of Argentina. And they're giving him $40 billion to help their economy. Hundreds of billions to fucking Ukraine. What the fuck about, dude, it would take less than $500 million to make everybody's life a shitload fucking better, man. Less than $500 million. But no, we can't do that. We can't do that. No. We gotta send hundreds of billions of dollars elsewhere to help Ukraine fight this war that Zelensky and Putin are fucking in on with the Bilderbergs, fucking waging a fucking war that don't need to be to fucking begin with. You know, getting people killed and doing this dumb shit so they can make fucking money off of it. And here, we'll send you hundreds of billions, and then none of it's actually gonna get anywhere except your pocket, and you know, you're gonna give us kickbacks too, and we'll split it. Same with this motherfucker in Argentina. Fuck him too, man. They still want a safe place to go in case shit ever really hits the fan for them, just like the fucking Nazis. And isn't it interesting they're still using Argentina? You know, that's weird. I'm willing to bet. Why else do they fucking put that much money in Argentina? It's not a very, you know, it's not like a bunch of rich people live there. So why would they actually like give that money to the people? You know, if they want that place as a place to go, I'm willing to fucking bet. They should give the money to the fucking people. That's what they should do, but they ain't gonna see a fucking dime of it. Just like we ain't gonna see nothing. Less than $500 million. Under $400 million is all it would take to make all of our lives better and just blow the fucking economy up, dude. That's all it would take. They could fucking all throw in like little percentages of at $500 million and wouldn't even fucking notice it was gone. It's like you probably find that much money in their fucking couches. Anyways, I'm about out of time. So peace. I'm pissed. I gotta find more space on my phone because damn it, I'm on a roll now and I gotta stop. So anyways, y'all have a good one. Today's Thursday, November 13th, 2025. Peace.